Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, the voice of the Red Rams, your sleep paralysis demon, as the Oswego Buccaneers come in to take on your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. This is our first boys volleyball contest ever covered here on JDTV, and we are so excited to be bringing it to you today. This is also the season opener for the Oswego Buccaneers. The Red Rams so far are 1-0, taking it 3-0 against Central Square. We'll see how they fare against what I've been told by some players on JD might be their greatest competitors for a sectional championship. The national anthem is currently underway and the flag is right in front of us. So we'll be back with the start of this match in just a moment. It is very exciting to be here finally for some boys volleyball competition. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that 30-second break, we are about to be underway in this Section 3 Class A boys volleyball competition. Now, a big storyline between these two teams might be experience, as neither team has too many players who have been here at the varsity level before. Only 4 for Jamesville-DeWitt, 5 for Oswego. Neither one fielding the largest roster, although Jamesville-DeWitt at least has a few more players than the Buccaneers do. This gym almost feels unusually silent after the thunderous PA system that the music was coming over for the warm-ups. And Jamesville-DeWitt will take the first serve, coming off of the waiting hand of Matt Keeler. There, sends it over. The dig and a nice block of the net. And a second one. We sent up Keeler, up and over. They stop at the net, and that is a kind of infectious Jamesville-DeWitt energy we're going to be expecting for much of this season. Aaron Coe with point number 2 for the Red Rams. Don't forget, of course, these contests to 25 a set. Best out of 5 sets to win. So first serve comes from Zach Chamberlain for the Buccaneers. Set up by Keeler, sent over by Aiden Bates. And the Red Rams up 2-1. Coe with the serve. Brennan Tynan puts it where Jimmy Wickham isn't. And we're tied up at 2. Quick substitution as Chris Cody comes onto the bench for Oswego. Jude Parker with the serve. Keeler up and over. We're already seeing it just a couple of minutes into this game, but a lot of what's been emphasized for Jamesville-DeWitt so far has been their team chemistry. The fact that all of these players know each other so well and act so cohesively as a unit. And boy, do they get fired up. Avery Tyson over the line. Got to appreciate Zach Chamberlain's Karate Kid headband. And that's Ty Parker. Don't forget the name because you're going to be hearing it a lot. Parker last season with 84 kills, 20 blocks, 9 digs. Was the undoubted all-star on the spring 2021 Red Rams squad. Aiden Bates, the server. And that goes underneath the net. A little undercooked. And these two teams are continuing to leapfrog. No team has gotten more than 1 point in a row so far. Brennan Tynan will serve. Off the net, and the pattern continues. Ty Parker sets. It's off the arms of, well, there's a number 3 on the team, and they don't have a number 3 listed on their roster, so take that as you will. My guess is maybe it's the closest number. I'm going to make an executive decision and guess that number 3 is actually what's listed as number 5, who is Brett Dykus. Now here's the serve from Parker. Set and a hit. Sent up by Bates. And careening into the bench. And the Red Rams starting to put together a little bit of momentum. That first set is oh so important for how a game turns out, as it really can dictate your momentum for the rest of the match. That was Parker with another serve. And it's 9-4 now. Parker delivers. And a good bit of net play from Michael Ryan. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Parker will continue to serve. It's up by the libero. Up and Parker. Dykus blocked at the net. Nick DeCaney. The third block of the season for our favorite player at JDTV, Nick DeCaney. And a timeout taken by Oswego. Now Oswego's going to have to settle themselves back down as there's 45 seconds left in this timeout. Might as well take a quick moment to talk about the last time these two teams met was March 24th. It was at Oswego. Buccaneers took it 3-1. Now, both of the players who had the biggest impacts are no longer on either team. Nate DeVinny and Mike Douglas. Douglas with 13 kills in that game. That timeout about to end early. So there seems to be a quick official conference at the bench. And Ty Parker will continue to serve. Poked over by Tynan. Parker with the set. Into the net. The libero, Nate Allen, will serve for the Bucks. Set by Bates. Over by Tyson. Off the net, a diving stop. A little bit of trickery with the soft touch, sent back over. Set by Bates, and a miscommunication on the Red Rams' part. Now you could just chalk that up to inexperience. 11-6 now. And that's a four-touch. These mistakes are frankly courtesy of inexperience, as the majority of these players on Jamesville-DeWitt are first-time varsity players, though the libero Allen sends it right into the net, 12-7. As mentioned earlier, only 4 players out of the Red Rams' 15 were on varsity last season, 5 for Oswego. Dykus up and over. Can't touch the net. So it's 8-12. And you really have to give credit to Oswego head coach Eric McCroby here, as that was an effective timeout. It's clearly interrupted the momentum, though. The serve is off, and it's a Red Ram ball, as well as a Red Ram point. And Chamberlain comes back into the game, relieving Dykus. So, a timeout is not just meant to inspire your own players and refocus them, but also to disrupt the momentum of your opponents. So Keeler will serve for the Red Rams. Chamberlain over. Tip at the net, that's 3, and it's an Oswego point. Zach Chamberlain does not have enough mustard on it. This time responsibilities go to Aaron Coe. Aaron Coe, also a member of the baseball team. Interesting fact, he's a switch hitter, but only batted righty once the entire season. as he only faced right-handed pitchers the entire time. He just stayed a lefty until only once did he face a lefty, to which he switched righty. That serve was a little overcooked, though, and now it's 15-10 Oswego possession. Jude Parker, the junior, is back. It just bounces over the net. Parker goes again. Tried to overcompensate, but ended up undercompensating, and now it's 16-11. Here's Avery Tyson set to serve. Allen could not get a handle on it. And it's 17-11. And once again, the Red Rams hit it too many times, just got to let it fall. Not much you can do about that but communicate. Here's Ethan Locastro. Set at the net, over by Parker, and almost took out our monitor. Aiden Bates will serve as Keeler comes back to the bench. Allen, and set at the net underneath. Oswego gets the point. (18-13) now. Tynan back. Tynan, the most experienced member of this Buccaneers squad last year. 5 aces, 51 kills, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and 11 digs. Of course, I say last year, it really is last season, as it was supposed to be in fall of 2020, ended up being in the spring of 2021. And Ty Parker, with a soft touch, does what he does best. Let's not forget, too, that 2 seasons ago, back in 2019, the last time we had a full season and a full sectional competition, the Red Rams were regional champs, went all the way to states. Parker with a clutch stop. Touched by Coe. At the net, poked over. Dig by Bates. Off the top of the net, that's still in play. It's White. Parker with another dig. And Parker with a desperation over. Set up by White. Parker. Coe with a hit. And that's all she wrote. Ty Parker really the key to that whole operation. And now it's his turn to serve as well. A great serve, but kept well in play by the Buccaneers. Bates, Parker, block of the net, and Bates did everything he could, but it wasn't enough. (20-14) as Allen will serve. Parker, Bates. Sent up and over in dominant fashion by Ty Parker. Excuse me, that was Aaron Coe. 34, now 24. Michael Ryan will serve. Parker quickly serving as a liaison between the coach and the line judge. Just over the line. And it's an Oswego point. So technically, since there were no sectionals or district championships, the Red Rams are the defending regional champions. You have to imagine how much of a chip that puts on their shoulders, as it's now 22-15. Don't forget that if you have thoughts or opinions on today's game, we do have a comment section live on YouTube. And if we like what you say in there, we might even read it out on the air, so feel free to chat along and let us know what you think. Set up by White. Chamberlain sends it over. Bates to Keeler. Chamberlain with a heck of a save. And an over by Locastro at the net. Nothing doing against Avery Tyson. Keeler will serve. They got a little too energetic there. Keeler in the spring had 1 ace, 1 dig, but 17 assists. So he was certainly used as a role player in the spring, but looking to carve out a little more well-rounded space for himself. Could get another assist here, though. Sent over by Bates, but out. And now here comes the drawback of being quite as hyped as the Red Rams can be, is you get so excited that you're over-hitting the ball. You get so into the power that you forget about the accuracy, and the Red Rams have lost several points this set from sending it over the line. Well, that one sent into the net, and it is 23-18. Zach Chamberlain to serve. Keeler, Parker. A tip of the net. It's just over and miscalculated by Avery Tyson. Red Rams 1 point away from taking the first set. So they entrust the serve to Aaron Coe. Coe just a sophomore. That first game against Central Square already had 3 aces and 5 kills. Allen set at the net. And that block will give the first set to Jamesville-DeWitt. The Red Rams take set 1. We'll be back in a moment with set number 2. Thank you so very much for joining us here on JDTV. We will be right back.
How'd that feel? Fine. I have like back problems, so it's hard. It's not like just hold it. If you like switch it to the right, then it's harder than the left. Just keep it right there. Don't push it. Put your hand right there. Zoom in this. It's not that hard.
like your eyes. You wouldn't want your eyes to be like zooming in and shaking all about. So did you mention the zoom is pressure sensitive? So like in a situation like this, you just hold that, nice and light, zoom out like that. Use both hands, move around. Welcome back, everybody, as we are just about ready to go with set number 2 here at the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand, the Red Rams, voice of the Red Rams here, as the Red Rams take set number 1 from the Oswego Buccaneers. And we can take one more look at how they got here. And it was with that excellent block at the net. Red Rams take set number 1, 25-19. As we're all ready for set number 2, the break will expire in 10 seconds. We'd like to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us here live on JDTV, especially with an early morning start time. Well, 11 a.m. is not that early of a morning, but it is a Saturday, and I am a college student, so yes, it's early. Once again, this is Oswego's first game of the season. In the spring, they were 6-5. The Red Rams were 4-9. Actually got a graphic for that. Might as well flash that. As Oswego will get the ball to start set number 2. Softer serve, but only in velocity. Goes over, and point number 1 goes to the Red Rams. Matt Keeler will serve. Allen, White. Keeler with a dig. Set by Bates. Over by Parker. And over the line. I don't think we've seen any aces in this match so far. Which shows you just how competitive these teams are as that goes off the fist of Allen. And the Red Rams up 2-1. This is very similar to what we saw at the beginning of set number 1, where for the first 5 points it was back and forth. No one strung together more than 1 point at a time. Serve coming from Aaron Coe. Desperation over. And though played at the net by Parker, it did go wide left. Substitution coming in is MJ Lilly for the Buccaneers. Parker serves, and Chamberlain cannot get there in time. Here it comes from Tyson. Set the hit from Tynan. Over by Coe. Carson White's been a consistent setup man for the Buccaneers, but it's been his teammates who've, well, had a little bit of trouble getting it over properly as they hit that one into the net. 4-2. Here's Tyson. Too much mustard on it. Ethan Locastro. And a missed setup at the net for Matt Keeler. Happens to everybody. Keeler. Parker with a soft touch. So Avery Tyson will serve. In the spring, he had 15 aces as well as 51 kills, 2 assists, 15 blocks, and 28 digs. So he is a Swiss Army knife on the court. At the net, Dekaney couldn't quite get it. Of course, as it's already implied, and you're probably well aware, this is indoor volleyball. Is in upstate New York, it's pretty hard to get a beach volleyball team together. Don't know where you'd find the facilities. Maybe on the Great Lakes somewhere? Certainly wouldn't be warm enough. Hit into the net, Red Ram point. Well, the weather is currently 72 degrees. It's warmed up about 10 degrees since this morning. Doesn't matter though, we're indoors. Coe sends it over, and miscommunication between Tynan and Locastro creates a Red Rams point. Actually, the weather does matter a little bit even though we're indoors, because they were doing some construction on this building. They shut off the air conditioning in the gym, so we are at the mercy of the elements. And all the gigantic industrial fans they put in here. Serve from Parker and into the net. Ty Parker, on the little information sheet we have all the players fill out, said that he was 5'5". Somehow I doubt it. I think he can change that 5 into a 6 pretty comfortably. Allen in a dig, and Parker. Well, I'm more impressed by how Parker got up after that than the play itself. Nate Allen to serve. Dig by Parker, set by Bates, and over by Dekaney. Firing up the Red Rams faithful. Matt Keeler has a towel on his head on the sidelines. Ryan with a serve. Well out. These two teams are so evenly matched. If it does come down to these two teams in the sectional championship, I don't think many people, us included, would complain. 4-touch. Ryan will serve once again. Here by Dykes, who sends it over as well. Set by Bates. And Coe in the corner. Over the line. Like I said earlier, the Red Rams need to work on their precision when it comes to these hits. Bates, this time Coe goes for a soft touch. You know, we mentioned Coe being a catcher before, and from that experience, he should certainly know the importance of varying up your speeds. If you're calling a game to a pitcher, throw a couple of fastballs, fire a curveball right in there. And that's exactly what he did at the net. And Oswego will take a timeout. Oswego, though they've been playing close, have been a bit on the back foot. Let's take a look at their returning All-Salt City Athletic Conference players. Nate Tavinny actually not listed on this roster, even though he is eligible as a senior. Brennan Tynan, also All-SCAC first team. Chris Cody, Nate Allen, and Ethan Locastro. 6 additional All-SCAC picks graduated last season now. 4 of the Red Rams All-SCAC picks graduated this spring. Ty Parker, All-SCAC first team, and Avery Tyson, an honorable mention, both return though. And they've proven to be rocks for the Red Rams so far. Here comes the serve from Keeler. Locastro over the line, and it's 12-9. The bleachers starting to fill out here in the JD gym, though it's hard to see as everyone's sitting underneath the camera. A soft serve from Keeler, set by White at the net. Credit that block to Avery Tyson. (13 to 9) now. Keeler dig by Allen. White with the set. Chamberlain saved by Keeler into the bench. Wickham raced for it, but you could be Usain Bolt and probably not get to that in time. Chamberlain serves. Parker, Wickham. And a point for Aiden Bates. Bates in that first game against Central Square had 3 aces, 2 kills, 10 assists, as well as 2 blocks and 2 digs. 10 assists in just 1 match. And the serve by Coe into the net. Serve coming for Jude Parker. Dig by Wickham, sent over, and what a emphatic spike by Brennan Tynan. No wonder he was All-SCAC first team pick. So Parker will serve again as it's 14-12. Right into the net. Wickham to the bench, incoming is Michael Ryan. The Red Rams field 2 liberos, though they do not use them consistently. Oswego only has 1 in Allen. Over the line, 16-12. Now serving is Avery Tyson. At the net. Good block and sent back over as well by Ryan. Off the net by Lilly. You know, I was talking to head coach Jake Klein last night, and he told me that Avery Tyson is a player on this team who does not always get the recognition that he deserves. He said to me, and I quote, give or take a few words, that Tyson does so much for this team that is not reflected in the stats. As Parker with a soft touch. Parker with a dig in the immediate touch. That's the kind of skill he brings to this court. Tynan with the dig. White over by Lilly. Coe, Keeler, Allen with the stop. Chamberlain sends it up and over by White for touch. (19-12) now. The Red Rams trying to put together a run. Chamberlain, dig, White, Locastro, Tyson, Coe over by Keeler. Up by Tynan, and Tynan with the spike and put too much on it. That ball landed in a chair. It almost got itself a seat. Ethan Locastro back to serve, the senior in his second season on varsity. 1 ace, 3 kills, and a dig last season, so he did not see much time. Seems to be a quick conference, and it's not going to be an official timeout. There might have been a question about substitutions. And MJ Lilly with the kill. Now it's Locastro. Dig by Coe, set by Keeler. Parker off a hand. Chamberlain saves it. And that hit Tyson in the face. Is he okay? He appears to be all right, but that was nasty. (19-15) now, as the Buccaneers hoping to swing the pendulum of momentum in the opposite direction. The libero Wickham came in. Two touch. And it's 19-16. And the Red Rams will take their first time out of the game. The Buccaneers stringing together a nice little run here, as the Red Rams for the first time put on the back foot. Now here's another consideration for this match. The last game these two teams played. For the Red Rams, it was just 2 days ago, taking the match against Central Square 3-0. However, Oswego's last game was April 23rd, which they won 3-2 against East Syracuse Manoa, who really did a phenomenal job with their volleyball team despite never fielding a volleyball team before. And actually, that is who the Red Rams will face next. This coming Tuesday, they will play East Syracuse Manoa. Join us back here on JDTV for that matchup. But practices and scrimmages aside, as Locastro mails it right to the net. Practices and scrimmages aside, there is no substitute for real-world competition, and the Red Rams do have more recent competition than the Buccaneers do. Now Aiden Bates will serve. Tynan with a dig. White. Chamberlain into the net. It has not been smooth sailing for the Buccaneers today. They've been having to fight and battle for everything they've got. Served by Bates. Set by White. Tynan. Blocking the net, and DeCaney off the netting. You gotta love, though, all the words of encouragement from his teammates. Brennan Tynan will serve. Wickham. Ryan. DeCaney. Allen. White fails to get it over. (22-17), Red Rams 3 points away from taking set number 2. Allen with a dig. Set by White. Over by Dykus. Bates. Coe with a soft touch. Sent backwards by White. Tynan over by Dykus. Parker blocking the net. 2 dive, but it's not enough. (22-18) as Allen serves now. Bates, Parker to the right. The Red Rams get a reprieve. And now it's Ryan to serve. The junior measures up, delivers into the net. Clearly he measured wrong. Might have been looking at meters when he needed feet, not quite sure. But it's 23-20 in this second set here in DeWitt. Soft serve by White, and it's out. So the Red Rams just 1 point away from taking set number 2. And I'm sure there's nothing that the Red Rams would like more than to be able to have a 3-set sweep, 2 games in a row to start this season as DeCaney comes off. Now it's Matt Keeler. You know, it actually looked like Keeler mismeasured his own serve. Take a look, he sends it backwards a little bit as he sends it up. And he had to overcompensate on the other end. Chamberlain of the serve, Wickham. Coe calls for it. Chamberlain at the dig. Up by White. Tynan off the hands of the blockers. 24-22, this one's coming down to the wire. Bench coming alive as Chamberlain serves. Wickham. Keeler, Coe. That scrapes the line, and that's all she wrote. Red Rams take set number 2, 25-22. And here's how they did it. On the line is in. And with 2 sets in their pockets, can the Red Rams close it out with set number 3? We'll find out in 3 minutes. Sam Gelfand here, the voice of the Red Rams. Hopes that you'll stick around. I don't know, I just referred myself in the third person, but I hope that you'll stick around because in 3 minutes we'll be back with set number 3. Don't go anywhere. it's more fun when you're like actually a part of it like this. Like you actually have to pay attention to the game. I've got the back of the 62-year-old. The roar of the crowd welcomes us back to the third set. Hi, everybody. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams, here as the Oswego Buccaneers are down 2-0 against the Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. They've been close. The first set, 25-19. The second set, 25-22. In fact, we'll see how that second set ended real quick. A little dipsy-doodle by Aaron Coe, as we're about ready to start set number 3. Of course, it's not been an easy going for the Red Rams this entire time. Their precision, well, they've been about as precise as a dollar store super soaker. A little bit far from laminar flow and no real in-between little dribbles and some extremely, basically a fire hose. Of course, the Super Soaker's being put away as fall is almost upon us here in upstate New York as Keeler sends it over the net and sent over the line by White. Chris Cody, despite being one of the most experienced members of this team, has not seen much action, though he is in today, off the net. And what a surprise, we're back to a 1-1 start for the third time this game. Zach Chamberlain will serve. Dig, Keeler, baits over, and it's within the boundaries. You know, it's just great to see that it's so apparent as there's a serve by Coe. Dig by Tynan, sent up by Chamberlain, and a Red Ram point with the 2-touch. It's just so great. It's so obvious that everyone on this Red Ram squad are good friends. You don't see that kind of chemistry all that often in sports or in general, especially amongst a group as large as 15 people. Chamberlain with a dig. White. Locastro tipped and Wickham could not dive. Serve coming for Jude Parker. Dig by Wickham. Keeler, and what a soft touch. Avery Tyson right on top of it. Red Rams up 4-2, and the Buccaneers have not had a lead this entire game so far. The closest they've got is tying it. And that gulf will grow as Allen could not get to it in time. That's the first ace of the game, I believe. And credit it to Avery Tyson. That's his 5th of the season. But he got a little hyped. Here comes Locastro. Keeler, Parker, saved by Chamberlain. And that almost went back into the ball hopper. Keeler comes off to Cheers, Aiden Bates ready to set. Tynan with a dig, White, Tynan. It nearly took out Justin Ellithorpe's feet. A member of the baseball team, but so is Ellithorpe, relief pitcher. Chamberlain. Poked at the net by DeCaney, kept alive. Off the net, despite the best efforts of MJ Lilly. Serve from Bates, undercooked. And just to remind you one more time, you're free to use the comment section if you so choose. We do appreciate your participation. We'd love to know what you think. And an ace for Oswego, their first of the game. White sets, Dykus into the net. Unlike basketball, if you hit it into the net, it's not a good thing. But I think that's implied. Ty Parker serves. Dig by Allen, White at the net. Lilly within the boundaries. According to the man on the high chair, that indeed was in. So Nate Allen now will serve. Dig by Coe, set up by Bates. Coe tried to go for it again, two touch. Allen. Dig by Tyson. Parker off the fingertips. And Oswego crawling back into it. Allen sends it out, and the Red Rams will grow the gulf to 2. Ryan ready to serve. Allen. White. That's an Oswego ball. Credited to Chris Cody. 10-9 is Carson White. Sets to serve. Over the line. Wickham and Parker are shooting free throws right now. Wickham's 2 for 2 from the stripe. Here's the serve from Matt Keeler. And his mind must still be on the free throws because that was nothing but net. So Zach Chamberlain will serve. Wickham over. Keeler saves Wickham. And Coach Klein ought to know that you can't use your feet in volleyball, and even if you could, well, he's a coach, not a player. So we're all tied at 11. Oswego hoping to get their first lead of the game. The Karate Kid serves. Wickham, dig. Set Keeler, Parker. White, Tynan, Chamberlain into the net. And the Red Rams hold on to that very narrow lead. Served by Coe. Sent over. Parker with a comebacker. Yet another emphatic hit from Ty Parker, who has certainly made his presence felt throughout this match. Here's Aaron Coe. Chamberlain. White. Tynan. A dig by Coe. Parker back to the net. Bates. It's anyone's ball, and it goes to the Red Rams. They did kind of reach over the net, but hey, the referee doesn't say anything. Coe, Tynan, block by Tyson. That hit the rafters. That's a Red Rams ball. Guess what? The roof is not in play. And a timeout taken by Oswego. In case you did not know, roof does not equal floor. Let's take a look back at these two teams' 2021 seasons. It says 2020 season, but really it's spring 2021. The Buccaneers did have a better record than the Red Rams and slightly more kills. But the Red Rams had better net play with 55 blocks to the Buccaneers' 42. Red Rams also registered more assists, but the Buccaneers had 10 more aces than the Red Rams did. So really, if you looked at last year as indicative of this year, it is a close matchup and it has been all game. However, the Red Rams have prevailed in the end so far. Buccaneers ready to set sail once again. And Aaron Coe, the sophomore, will serve. Allen and Chamberlain competed for it and sends it into the bleachers. Allen with the dig, White at the net. Coe, Keeler, Parker. White, Allen, Locastro, out. 17-11. As the Red Rams continue to sail away from the Buccaneers. Allen attempted dig by Cody. Or that's White, excuse me. So Coe continues to serve. Chamberlain with a dig into the net. I swear the Red Rams are developing routines in between plays. Have they rehearsed this? If they haven't, they oughta. So maybe they should practice serving a little bit more as Coe sends it into the net, but it was a nice run, 19-12 now. And for the first time in this contest, Will Duran comes in to relieve Jimmy Wickham. Parker, Keeler, Tyson, Chamberlain, White, Locastro out. So if Will Duran is called for a two-touch, is that a Duran? Thank you very much. Geniuses never appreciated in their own time. Avery Tyson about to serve. He's certainly appreciated on this Red Rams squad. It's the top of the net. Chamberlain, they've already had two touches. And a very, very nice block from Mike Ryan. Here's the serve from Tyson, just over the line. But the Red Rams 4 points away from wrapping this match up in clean fashion. Serve from Locastro. Tyson, Keeler, Parker, off the hands, and it's 22-13. DeCaney coming in for Keeler. Served by Bates. White, block of the net by Parker. And the Red Rams are two away. A 10-point lead, the largest that the Red Rams have had in this match, and the largest either team has had since the Oswego Buccaneers have not been in the lead this entire game. Set by White, Tynan. And the Red Rams are one away, and they know it. Let me tell you, if team chemistry was a class, these guys would get an A+. Instead, we just got to take regular old boring chemistry. Learn about compounds and stuff. It has been so many years since I took chemistry. That's all I remember. It could be the fateful serve coming from Bates. It is not the fateful serve because that goes into the net. Don't forget to join us next week on Tuesday as the Red Rams boys volleyball team takes on East Syracuse Manoa. Should be a great contest. Serve coming from Brennan Tynan. Sent up by Skellinger. A two-touch. That's Ben Skellinger's first action this game as well. Here comes Tynan, soft serve, Skellinger with the dig. Coe and another two-touch. 24-16. The Red Rams undeterred. Brennan Tynan will serve again. Skellinger, Ryan, Ellithorpe. And that's 3 in a row for the Bucks. Ellithorpe grew his hair out over the summer, it looks like. Skellinger. Again, Allen. White. And it is the block from Michael Ryan that seals the deal for the Red Rams. That is the game. The Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams take it against the Oswego Buccaneers 3-0, a clean sheet for 2 games in a row. The Red Rams improved to 2-0 on the season. The Buccaneers 0-1 to start, as they will now head back to Oswego and try to figure out what to do next. But the Red Rams know what they're going to do, and that's celebrate. Then again, they've been celebrating throughout this entire game from the looks of it. And we thank you so very much for joining us for this entire contest here live on JDTV. Once again, don't forget, this coming Tuesday, boys volleyball against East Syracuse Manoa. But until then, my name is Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams, and on behalf of everyone here at the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School and all of us here at JDTV, have a great rest of your day wherever you may be.